Well, they obviously captured more than just 4 young guys.
May I continue? There have been heroes through the ages.
As you watch the adventures of our heroes unfold, you'll see that Danny and his friends will continually face a series of choices.
And these choices will change their lives.
Others will need to choose who they will follow, serve, and worship.
You will see Danny and his friends face life or death decisions in the arena, the fire, and the den.
Add quote after walking back. You'll get it. We have a bunch of workout words. It keeps things exciting. Just wait till someone says Israel.
Don't say it!
As you know, we are Israelites.
That's the word!
Whatever, back to business. As Babylonians, you will need new names. From now on, you will be Shadrach, Meshach, and you, Abednego. Back to push-ups.
Meanwhile, King Neb was very impressed that Danny and his friends had won the Babylonian Warrior Challenge.
King Neb agreed, and Danny and his friends continued to quietly follow God and eat the food they knew God wanted them to.
In fact, 3 years later, they were stronger and healthier than all the others that had eaten the great food of the kingdom.
Time in Babylon went by, as time does, and Danny and the Shacks adjusted to their new life.
Danny and his friends prayed and asked God to give them wisdom to live in this new land. Above all, they continued to trust God, that He would take care of them.
A 90-foot golden statue of our favorite person, me.
All were informed that when the beat dropped, they would be required to fall down and worship the golden statue. Whoever would not would be thrown into a furnace of blazing fire.
To my loyal Babylonians, I was just talking to my very best friends, the Sharks, and they have reminded me that there is only one God. So I am taking down the statue. We will all worship the one true God. Yay!
Although by now, I'll bet you realize that that's not what happened.
Think of taking the coat off and add the hat and grab the leaf for the bow down song. Add coat after we stand. When all was said and done, the Shacks did not bow. In fact, they stood tall.
But some of the Babylonians were not too happy about the way it turned out. Helga brought the matter up with the king the following day, while they were all planking.
The nerve! How ungrateful! After I put them in charge of all the provinces here in Babylon. Bring them here.
And so, the Shacks were brought before King Neb and given one more chance.
Take coat before fire song and add the fire bracelets. And the fire had not burnt any part of them.
Once again, King Neb was very impressed that God had saved them from the fiery furnace. He said,
Throw them in the lion's den. The lion's den.
So they approached the king.
Not gonna lie.
I love that idea. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
And just in case King Darius realized that it was a trap for Danny, they wrote in a clause making sure the law would go into effect immediately and could never be changed.
It's all right, King. My God will continue to protect me. We'll jam again. You'll see.
And Danny was tossed into a den of lions.
I'm sorry, I can't understand you. Perhaps I can jump in and translate. Sorry about the mess. Oh, he
That
wants
was
to
my
eat you.
line.
I know, but you're not saying anything. Hot diggity dog. This calls for a saxophone celebration. Toot, 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 toot.
The king was overjoyed and gave orders to lift Danny out of the den.
He will be with you in the den.
Look where God is working.
Song I Will Stand, finale with the lions, bow down, and Danny and the Shacks.
After solo, God calls each of us to have courage and take a stand in different ways. It might be like the shacks refusing to bow to a false god.
Or it might look like Danny kneeling and praying to God even when there was a law against it.
It might even mean serving quietly in a place where those around you don't serve God, and being a trustworthy and honest worker like Danny in the shacks in Babylon.